This podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors. Your San Diego County Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. Fix Auto. Corky's Pest Control. And Lolita's Family of Restaurants.
Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to the finals edition of the SDPI Baseball Podcast. I am Christian Pedersen, the pitcher in the room. This is David Ring, the hitter in the room. Coach, where are we at right now?
D4, baby.
We're at the Canyonside Baseball and Softball Academy. Okay, all right.
For D4.
Yeah, the people want to talk about the championships. I'm sorry.
Right.
Shameless plugs aside.
Canyonside cages where hitters are made.
Shameless plugs aside, we got a great game to talk about. We're breaking down the Division IV championship game. Chula Vista, the Spartans, taking on the Classical Academy Caymans.
Yes, sir.
Both fun names of schools and mascots that roll kind of off your tongue. Let's start on the Chula Vista side of this bracket. Spartans come in at this one 24-7 on the regular season. 10-2 in league. To get here to the finals, they beat Holtville. They beat Monte Vista twice. Give me kind of a breakdown.
I've been saying all along, these guys got pitching. I'll name the pitchers that, kind of been rolling through the playoffs here. Javier Gomez, Antonio Garcia, Eder Rincon. These guys, big arms, throwing 4 shutouts, 7 wins, allowing 1 run or less. I mean, this is going to be what gets them that championship. I definitely see Classical having a tough time with their arms. Classical plays some small ball, and they're going to steal some bases. I see they have 74 stolen bases this year.
Speed does kill.
It's going to be a tough game for Classical. I got Chula Vista all the way here.
You got Chula Vista all the way. I want to address a couple of Chula Vista's signature wins this season. You mentioned their 4 shutouts. One of them against San Marcos. Mm-hmm. That is a hard team to beat, right, let alone shut out. So you would think that in itself would kind of say, hey, this Chula team isn't messing around. But on top of that, they also beat Saints this year, who was the #1 seed in the Division I playoffs. You look on the other side, Classical Academy, to get here, they have beaten Horizon, Imperial, and Mission Vista. Signature wins for them this season. They beat Bishops, and they beat Maranatha Christian, who's going to be playing in the D5 finals. Big bats, you mentioned the pitchers. It's kind of a case of hitters and small ball for Classical. Ethan Pillsbury and Noah Dull, both batting over 340, both with 26 RBIs. And Chase Martinez is their stolen base leader. So it seems that, Martinez or Dull get on, Pillsbury hits him in. Martinez and Pillsbury get on, Dull hits him in. It's like you said, it's going to be a game of small ball for Classical Academy, but I just don't think that in a championship setting, it's very likely that small ball beats a powerhouse in the making, and that's what this Chula team
throw. The Chula team, they've got so many arms and 1 game to play for the championship.
Well, and that's where you just kind of sit here going, wow, they have all this depth at pitching. They don't even really need to choose a starter.
True.
You talk about some teams burning their last guy to get them to the finals, so they're just got to white knuckle this one out for 7 innings, right. or they waited and they saved that one guy. And we saw that kind of last year with Scripps Ranch versus San Marcos. As soon as Scripps exited their starting pitcher, right, kind of all hell broke loose. And we've seen that on the flip side, where last year's Granite Hills team was sort of this Chula Vista team. They came in with Shrum, with Brown, with a bunch of guys that could throw, and they got the championship. So I got to agree with you that this Chula Vista team sort of having multiple horses they could run out the gate here. Got to lean towards Chula Vista taking that win.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to be a tough game for Classical all around. I don't think they've faced this type of pitching all year. Like you said, Chula's beaten teams with some hitters on it. San Marcos, Saints. It's going to be a tough matchup.
It's going to be a tough matchup. It's going to be a matchup happening Saturday, 3:30 at UCSD. It's a great venue to take in a baseball game. Super easy to find there on the campus. I mean, this is how you want the season to end. 2 different types of teams from 2 parts of the county squaring off in what should be a very fun and dynamic baseball game. It's, like I said, 3:30 Saturday at UCSD, Chula Vista Classical Academy. Folks, go check it out. We will be there with all the highlights and coverage, and we will see you. We'll see you in the postseason to wrap all this shenanigans up, see how the dust settles. Thank you very much, sports fans.